Okay, for me it's football Sunday, but you guys are asking me to cover this. Terrence Bud Crawford, you saw, he said that it's 147 or no rematch at all. And Errol, the true Spence, he already said he's an under 54 fighter. He already put himself in as super welterweight. Then I guess there's no fight. How do I feel about that? Okay, it's okay. Good. How about that? Good. Right? The first fight didn't yield for a rematch. There's just so much to say about this. Look, since the very beginning, this was my stance. I don't need to see that rematch. All right? I know they had a contract, but I don't need to see it. And I don't think many of you really need to see. If you need to see that rematch, then you need to see, like I said, Inoue versus Fulton 2. Do you really need to see Tank Davis versus Hector Garcia 2? Right? So, I mean, it was even more one-sided than those fights. All right? So we get it. Terrence Crawford is better than Errol Spence. That's how I feel. Okay, we get it. Let's move on. All right? But I also said, if they're going to have the rematch, I'm going to push it. I'm not going to cry and then boycott the rematch. If they're going to have it, then I'll push it. I want those brothers to be successful, do their thing. I would want the fight to be successful, and that's what I do. Push boxing to be the #1 sport in the world. If they were to have the fight, I would push it. But honestly, that's a hard-ass job. I told you that in my live stream, okay, in my podcast. Y'all make my job way easier for me if that fight doesn't happen. Now, let's talk business-wise. Business-wise, it's difficult for the PBC. And you can understand why Floyd Mayweather said, look, I wouldn't have Spence fight him. I have Spence move up to 160 or 168, right? Because business-wise, Floyd Mayweather, he's Money Mayweather. He understands the business. Business-wise, how many of you will buy the rematch? You all probably watch it, right? You thieving asses. You thieving asses. No. But how many of you are going to actually buy? Case in point, that first fight, for it to be the biggest, most anticipated welterweight match, they said since Hearns, Sugar Ray Leonard, at least since Oscar De La Hoya, Felix Trinidad, or Floyd and Manny Pacquiao, whatever it is, the highest welterweight anticipated. The pay-per-view numbers didn't reflect that. Ryan Garcia versus Gervonta Tank Davis did way more, doubled them up for way less. Okay, that was just for popularity. That was just for the face. Tank Davis versus Ryan Garcia wasn't for, the undisputed in history. Right? So business-wise, it would be very hard, which is why I would try to push it so much, right? If they were making a fight, I would try to have the business, the money reflect how much they got to pay these top guys. Spence, Terrence Crawford, they got to dish some money out for the venues and everything. For tickets, we'll be taxed out the ass to even go there. And how many of you guys going to go? All right? I'm not sure if they can recreate that same amount of excitement in a rematch, but brilliant people, and that's above my pay grade. They could probably do that. Either way, business-wise, it's very difficult for it to make sense, but I'm not sure I would help. But if they're not having the fight, fuck it. Listen, bro, that first fight didn't yield for a rematch, okay? Number two, I don't think the boxing fans are going to line up around the corner to go to this fight. I want to say this, though. Integrity-wise, yeah, Terrence Crawford is lacking because Errol Spence fought Terrence Crawford with the idea that there will be a second fight for both of them, right? That reminds me of Sugar Ray Leonard. Sugar Ray Leonard did that 2 times that I can recall offhand. He did that with Marvelous Marvin Hagler. Marvelous Marvin Hagler fought Sugar Ray Leonard knowing there will be a rematch. After the fight, during the press conference, Sugar Ray Leonard said no rematch. Hagler said, what? And then that was his last fight. Why do you think Hagler totally retired? He was so disgusted by the lack of integrity of Sugar Ray Leonard that he bounced, retired for good. Love you, boy. How about No Mas, Roberto Duran? He put himself under those strenuous conditions to fight Sugar Ray Leonard, to prepare for him, or to drop the weight in very little time, couldn't even spar, and he had the No Mas fight with the understanding they're going to fight for a third time since they split 1-1. He didn't think that Uno Mas was going to be 10 years later, right? So Sugar Ray Leonard was good for that. Integrity-wise, Terrence Crawford is bogus. But at the same time, brother, it's business, never personal. I'd love to know how you all feel in the comments below. ShowBizz, the adult. Now, I'm about to finish watching my football Sunday, but you guys are hitting me up, bloop, 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 and I get it. You guys want to know. So that's my take. I never thought, my first video after the fight was no rematch, and I feel that way. But if there's going to be a rematch, I'll hype it up. But if there's not, that makes my job so much easier, okay? Integrity-wise, like I said, Terrence Crawford is failing, but business-wise, make all the sense of the world. Plus, Terrence Crawford is looking to, look, I got only, 2, 3 more fights in me, right? 3 tops. Shit, I'm fighting the winner between Charlo and Crawford. I got to prepare for that, which I would think him fighting Errol Spence at 154 would be good preparation for, to have a fight at 154. But fight Tim Tszyu. Fight Xander Zayas. I don't know. Fight somebody at 154 and then go on and fight Ortiz. Fight Virgil. I mean, that'd be better, right? Have a fight at 154 and then fight the winner between, or go straight there. Whatever you want to do, Terrence Crawford. You're the man. You're the best fighter in the world. Yeah, you can kind of do what you want, man. I'm out.